All right, guys. I'm gonna head inside. It's feeling really hot. It's really, really hot right now. Nice. Okay. I don't know how we're gonna do, or people are gonna come in or not, but we'll see what happens. Might need to bring my. It is for Saturday night. We should have some people luring in. I mean, come on. We have to have some people awake, right? Oh, I know what I want to do. Anyway, weekly soda. Root beer? Okay. Anyone here?
Around here, it's all or nothing. And Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, like the strikingly spacious Corolla Cross.
All right, guys. Oh, well, did I hit sidetracked? No, my root beer's in the freezer, chilling in the freezer. Oh, what's going on, Mark? Trivia. Join us. Join us. Maybe join us. But you type the number of the answer. Type the number that you think the answer is. Yeah, well, yeah, you got a certain amount of time to do just that. So you have to, for example, here's the question. Which UK country features a dragon on the flag? All right, so if you know the answer, yeah, type the answer. And just participate. What's going on? Where are you from, Mark? Hopefully you're real and you're a legit person and maybe not a kid. Hopefully. I get a lot of kids. But it's what it is, I guess. Where are you from? What do you do? Armenia. Okay. I don't know the answer. I'm very bad. I'm horrible. Horrible with geography. Horrible. So no. Did you type? You should have logged in with 4. Yeah, you logged in with 4, so you should be locked in. I'm gonna play with you guys as well. Um, Wales. Oh, you got it wrong, bro. You're from Montana? I'm really bad with state abbreviations. I think Montana, right? Montana, I guess. Or Minnesota? Is is it Montana or Minnesota? Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream. Hope all is well. How's everything going? Welcome to the 16 people who are just arrived. Please don't be afraid to drop a like. Please don't be afraid to subscribe. I need you for your support and everything. So join in, answer the question. All you got to do is type 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're part of the action, guys. All right. Grand Theft. Okay, let's look here. Let's see here. Okay. Grand Theft Autumn, Where Is Your Boy is a song by which band? I want to guess Fall Out Boy. But I have no idea. Any guesses, guys? Any guesses, guys? Is anyone else gonna guess and participate, guys? All you gotta do is type the answer you think it is. That's it. Say hi, at least 2. At least give me some life. Speed Demon. Sterling Auto Tapper. Drop a like, subscribe, guys. Okay. Hold on. Ooh, some controversy about there is some controversy about GTA 6. It says November 1st, Rockstar Games dismissed 30 to 40 employees across the UK and Canada studios for gross misconduct. Bloomberg, Jason heard from the Independent Workers Union of Great Britain, who claimed the firings were to prevent unionizing efforts. Days later, Rockstar provided a comment stating that those let go were fired for leaking company secrets. This was no way related to people's rights to join a union or engage in union activities. Since the firings impacted developers and those nearby studios have been protesting. People Make Games attend one day of protests now happening outside Rockstar's Edinburgh office. Following a strike with those protesting outside the UK office, sorry, I lost my train. I lost where I was. Since the firings impacted developers and those nearby studios have been protesting, People Make Games attend one day of protests now happening outside the Rockstar's Edinburgh's office, following in stride with those protesting outside the UK office as well. At this point, select developers were interviewing, with some saying that just wanted to finish what we were working on. So that is why Rockstar has decided to keep delaying the damn game. Dismissed GTA developers brought it back at Rockstar. I was not even allowed to say goodbye, one impacted employee said, reflecting on 9 years with Rockstar. I was in complete shock. Shocked the company which I had given so much of my labor, my passion, my creativity, my care, myself would kick me out the door so aggressively. Another dismissed developer explained how Rockstar's justification could hinder their future in games industry, stating that having gross misconduct on their CV for the rest of their life is a huge deterrent in any future career prospects. That is crazy. GTA Insider says delay wasn't caused by firings as game is complete. Ooh, interesting. I'm wondering why though. Why would they be delaying? It says Gamer Inside. I want you guys to also participate in trivia. Let me know you're here. Let me know that you're here, guys. Like if you're here in the chat, say something. Give me some kind of form of life here. Okay? I'm just reading some articles about the GTA 6. If you guys want to just listen or whatever to the boring ass reading I do. Gaming Insider, who previously claimed that GTA 6 is complete, has doubled down on those claims following the new delay, and has also claimed that the recent firings have nothing to do with it. November 6th, Rockstar announced that the GTA 6 would be delayed even further, targeting a new release date of November 19th, 2026. The news of the delay followed protests at the developer studio in Edinburgh and Take-Two's office in London about recent firings. 30 to 40, okay, we know that part. Some GTA fans believe the release date delay is part because of the firings, but an insider who's spoken on to multiple developers have battled back. It says that it's content, says GTA Insider claims it, content complete again. And I want to clarify a few things. Since a lot of the BS circulating around one, the union layoffs in the UK, and the delay not related. There are 6,000 employees working at Rockstar. You weren't delaying a game over 35 people getting laid off, and that's not how things work. Not to mention Rockstar developers were telling me about a delay well before the union layoffs. Very interesting, guys. All right, anyone in the chat saying anything? I guess not. No one's saying a freaking thing. No one's even participating. We got people watching, but nobody's doing anything. Like, come on, guys. Like, come on. You guys can do it. You guys can come in. I'm not going to bite. I promise I won't bite you. I promise. I pinky swear. Pinky swear, guys. I pinky swear I'm not going to bite you. All right? I'm not going to do anything to harm you. Just say hello. That's it. That's all you got to do. I do want to... Nope, I guess not. I don't know if I set the... Okay. Let's see here. Following the delay, an anonymous developer at Rockstar took to the GTA forums to reveal that some employees fear their job and that firings could have a knock-on effect for further delays. Those colleagues of mine were hard workers who had spent many years at Rockstar in critical roles with colleagues who have been at Rockstar for more than 18 years. Um, and none of them had ever had any disciplinary at the time. They are not easily replaced and will certainly affect us in making our project deadlines, they said. Rockstar delays. Hmm. Really? There's a YouTuber who went to go harass? Really? Why? But why? Why would someone go to the development studio? Okay. Why do you keep coming back? Why? Why are you back? Why are you back, Janice? You're bothersome. Like you always come back, but why? Why are you back? Why? What's your purpose? Do you really have no life? No, yeah, you're right. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right. YouTuber TikToker being blasted after traveling to Rockstar North in Scotland and harassing developers about the long-awaited game. Why are you harassing? Are you an investor? Like, do you really have no life? You have no life if you're going to Scotland to harass people for not releasing a game, you big crybaby. Seriously. Like, come on. Gamers across the internet are anxiously waiting for more detail ahead of the schedule, May 26th. Okay. So far, Rockstar has only given fans a couple of trailers, character bios, and some screenshots. The rest of the information gathered coming from leaks. With a game as massive as GTA 6, many players have been growing impatient despite calls from CEO of Rockstar's parent company, Take-Two, urging fans that it will be worth waiting for. All right, September 29th, rumor of second possible delay. YouTuber back on Boulevard traveled at the way to Rockstar in Scotland with one to find out the truth. Seriously, bro. Seriously, this YouTuber has no freaking life. YouTuber flies to Rockstar North to demand answers on GTA 6. And a video posted to social media back on Boulevard revealed that he flew all the way because he was sick and tired of waiting for answers. Seriously, bro. Seriously. I don't get it. I gotta watch this. I, I gotta watch this. Hold on.
This trailer. I want to know. You don't know. We are live here.
But why? Look at this bull.
I flew all the way.
I don't know if it's gonna like restrict me or not, but look at this guy. Look at this guy. Does he have no life?
I told you guys I wasn't playing around. What's the delay happening? Is there another delay? What about the trailer? Is there another trailer? You can't tell? Can't tell me? Can't tell me nothing.
I don't get it. I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this. Hold on. Really? That don't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense, guys. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. Let's read some more stuff. Yeah, exactly. This guy should be arrested for harassment. Uh, no, let me. back in Bolivar. Uh, yeah, that's ridiculous. What's going on, guys? I see four of you here. Be nice for you guys to say hi. I mean, that would be ideal, right? But not really, I guess. Uh, let's see what is this wrong. All right, another story I'm going to read here. It says, YouTube has permanently banned me from their platform even though I did nothing wrong. I had over 40,000 subscribers, 7 million views. One morning I woke up um, and it was gone. The reason? Circumvention. Here's the crazy part. I've never had another channel terminated before. Support told me the policy team did a human review, but they can't tell me which channel mine was supposedly linked to. And that's the problem. In real circumvention cases like the recent termination of NMNH, YouTube actually showed the link channel in the termination email with its name and ID. In my case, no link channel, no ID, nothing. YouTube says to lift it, you have to fix or reinstate the link to channel first, but YouTube can't tell me which channel that is. So what am I exactly am supposed to fix? And remember, they're not just deleting my channel; they are permanently banning the person behind it, me. I'm literally banned for life from ever creating or owning another YouTube channel because of a link that doesn't even exist. My channel is full and factual true crime documentaries, no politics, no hate, just verified court records. And then under the law, YouTube is legally required to give users a clear and specific explanation for removals or terminations. They can't provide that. They have no legal basis to keep my channel deleted and no legal basis to ban me. That is ridiculous. And let me see if they responded or not. Let's see here. If they don't reinstate your channel, sue them under EU law. I wasn't banned for the same reason. I said I violated children's safety. Simply because I joked in a comment about kicking baby Mario. I think it's dumb and unfair. I think I deserved a warning or a suspension at the very least. How many channels are you allowed to own? Isn't it 2 per phone number and 1 per Gmail? This is weird. Wow, this is weird. Sounds like YouTube needs a crash course. Yeah. No one's here in the chat, guys. It'd be nice to see you guys. It really would. If you are here, let me know. Participate in the trivia. It'd be great to have you. Please let me know if this guy finds a solution. These useless people would literally send me a message so a real person would look at my case. They deserve to be sued. Where are the relevant authorities? It's sad. YouTube is dissolved. Fight it legally. Yeah, it's screwed. Like, There's nothing that's gonna happen. Maybe we could see if it's been resolved. If your YouTube. If your YouTube channel is terminated, you are prohibited from using, possessing, or creating any other YouTube channels. You're also prohibited from letting others whose YouTube channels have been terminated use your YouTube channel to bypass their termination. This applies to all of your existing channels. I don't get it. Like, oh man. Um, this is what happens when old people take over and try to answer people's questions. When they're completely inexperienced and don't know what the hell they're talking about. All right, guys. Oh, I gotta do tips again? YouTube finally comes clean. They reached out and talked about why the YouTube community had so many issues with them. Let's see. I gotta watch this.
All the content moderation problems that they've been experiencing. So YouTube has personally reached out to me again for another very long DM conversation, and I think you guys are going to find this conversation pretty interesting. So as I'm sure you guys know, yesterday Team YouTube made their official statement about all the content moderation problems that they've been experiencing and talking about the whole AI ban wave that happened. They made an official Team YouTube post, and this YouTube employee over here made a little video talking about it, and basically I was pretty disappointed with their response, as was most people who saw the response. Their main points in the response were that there seems to be a lot of confusion on what is and isn't allowed on YouTube, and they claim that a lot of the channels that they banned, in fact, like the vast majority of them, were correctly banned. And they were basically saying that a lot of people seem to be confused on if their content should or should not be allowed on YouTube, and they claimed that most people's content that did get banned were rightfully banned. They got community noted, and they said the use of AI in automated decision making has been proven in many cases, such as YouTube support and automated responses on X. In the first half of 2025, 36% of 5 million channels false banned for spam and scams. It's estimated 10 million were banned by November 2025. But there hasn't just been a huge spike of tweets towards YouTube for no reason. A lot more people are getting their channels banned now more than ever. And so I made a video talking about it, and yeah, I would say it was a pretty scathing video. I went on them pretty hard, and you know, I would say that in terms of YouTube criticism, not that I'm special or anything, obviously I'm not talented at all, but I'm just saying that for me personally, I don't think anyone has really criticized YouTube harder and more frequently than I have. So that's why it's surprising to me that they keep reaching out to me for a conversation. So like I said, I've had conversations with Team YouTube before, but the one that I had yesterday seemed a lot different than the other ones that I've had before. What makes it different? Well, it actually seemed like I was talking to a real person. Now, before I show you everything I'm about to show, obviously I could be getting the wool pulled over my eyes. This could be a bot, this could be AI responses, but you guys be the judge. I'm going to show you guys all these messages. Like I said, it was a pretty lengthy conversation, and we actually went back and forth on a few things, and apparently they were actually considering sending their statement to me specifically so I can review it. That in itself is surreal to me, but anyways, let's get to it. Hi again, following up as promised with a link to our official response. Also wanted to highlight a few things. There was no wave of, quote, false or incorrect terminations. We reviewed hundreds and hundreds of social posts and channel examples with our policy teams, and the vast majority of termination decisions were upheld. There were a small handful of nuanced cases that were overturned, but these were really borderline cases. We also confirmed that there were no bugs and known issues with our systems. For improved transparency and communication, which we talked about here, which again, this was something that we had talked about last time. I made another video talking about this. We're working on providing more specific policy descriptions and timestamps. We know this is a top request from you and other creators, as mentioned before, still more to come. And so they're reaching out to me for a conversation, right? So hopefully they don't expect me to pull any punches. So I said,
no one is
there were
here.
no wave of false terminations, and how do you explain multiple YouTubers being falsely banned for being fraudulently linked to this exact same channel? So as I'm sure you guys know, Andrew Manch, who was like the creator who made the most noise on Twitter after getting banned, received this email saying that they were associated with this Japanese channel who had 3 or more copyright strikes, and that's why their channel got terminated. But he wasn't the only one. I saw a lot of people saying, hey, I got falsely banned for being associated with this channel as well. And so it wasn't just Enderman. I saw, like I said, plenty of tweets. So this Team YouTube person replies and says, I think you're referring to the Enderman situation. That wasn't a bug or widespread issue. Those channels were related in some way. We can't share more details on this. It's private and unique to those channels. But it was definitely a bit of a weird situation, and we fixed it. Fixed the termination piece to be exact. So YouTube here is claiming that those channels were linked. So that he's saying Enderman and other YouTubers who were banned
probably
for being associated with that channel
hacked.
were in fact associated with that channel in some sort of way. I don't know what type of association they're referring to because they're not trying to give me any details. But a big theory was that their AdSense accounts are somehow linked. But I basically replied and said, so are you saying that those channels were lying when they stated that they weren't associated with the Japanese channel in any way? Because a lot of the YouTubers said, you know, they weren't associated with the channel. I just want to get clear on YouTube's stance here. Is YouTube saying that those people were being dishonest? And I said, yes, you were correct. I'm referring to the Enderman situation because I saw a lot of other YouTubers stating that they were also banned for being associated with that channel. This is so tricky. We can't get into details of specific channels with people that aren't those channel owners. I am sorry and not trying to be cryptic. There's just not more we can reasonably share here. But yes, there is more to the story here, and it was a very unique situation. It was a handful of channels, not like hundreds and hundreds or anything super widespread. I would disagree with that. I mean, I agree with hundreds of hundreds, but I saw dozens of tweets of people saying that they were associated with that channel and got falsely banned because of it. So it wasn't just a handful from what I saw. But obviously, they're not budging on giving me some more details here. But they're saying, yeah, Enderman
Interesting.
were associated with that channel, and that is why they got banned. They looked into it and they reversed the ban.
Are they not?
Again, we're having a conversation here, so I'm still kind of just hammering them on the problems that I've had with their response. And
he's here. Thank God. He's here.
Did my channel get blocked? Hold on one second here.
And them in general, right? So I said, okay, fair enough. I'm sure you guys haven't seen the video I uploaded earlier, but another few gripes that I had with the response is that one, there wasn't any formal apology of any kind, which is true. They did not apologize for anything, even all the false bans. And two, it didn't seem like there was any mention of what you guys would do differently moving forward. I know that they claim that the vast majority of bans that they've done recently were legitimate, but what about the fake ones? They didn't even apologize for those. And so this is where I'm talking about where it actually seems like a real person is talking to me. And again, I could be wrong. It could be AI responses. It could be a bot. You guys can decide in the comment section below whether you guys think this is a real person or not. But just from the way that they were talking here, it actually seems like a real person. Now, this is the part that blew my mind. They said, haven't personally watched it yet, please send. It's also kind of funny. Literally considered sending you the post before we published it to pick it apart ahead of time and have us adjust it, haha. But that does make sense and that's fair. Before we read the rest of this, can we just talk about something that's kind of crazy, man? I'm just, a regular YouTuber who is not good at YouTube. I don't have any good editing. I don't really have any good takes. I just talk about things that I find interesting. And the fact that, regardless of whether this is a bot or not, YouTube themselves were saying that they were considering sending their official statement to me early so I could pick it apart and give my thoughts on it. That is a pretty surreal feeling that YouTube themselves are saying that to me. But, regardless, in terms of what we're doing differently, it was also a little early to commit publicly to everything, but we did add the improving email communications piece. These emails aren't the best. And the more specific policy descriptions and timestamps, which we've been piloting a bit. So basically, talking about the fact that their emails are very linear and robotic, or they say the same things. They said they're going to work on it, and also timestamps and policy descriptions. Instead of just saying, hey, you're banned for child safety policy, they're going to try to really provide a timestamp on every single violation and be like, yeah, this is where you went wrong. This is what you did wrong. This is a point that I've made my other videos too. When YouTube recently falsely striked me for child safety policy, all they said was, oh yeah, you violated our child safety policy, and then they didn't even tell me where or how or what I did. Pretty ridiculous, but they say that they've been working on it. And then they said, but in general, our systems really are working here in catching / removing bad content at massive scale, and we did confirm that these weren't false terminations at large. We know that message wouldn't land well regardless because I know people just want to be reinstated. So yeah, again, pretty surreal for me that YouTube themselves is like, yeah, we were going to send you our statement early so you could look at it, but right? Because regardless of whether this is a bot or not, at least they're attempting to make it seem like a real person is on the other side of the screen. You guys know how YouTube responses usually are. It's usually just the same soulless reply over and over and over again. And I understand that YouTube is like, listen, people keep asking us the same questions, so there's not really a lot of ways that we can rewrite our answer. However, if you guys are trying to create the argument of, oh, we're humans, we always have real people type it out, right? Don't be surprised that people think that you guys are bots if you guys are saying the exact same thing over and over and over again. It should not be a surprise Pikachu face moment where you're like, I wonder why people think that our responses are automated. Oh, I don't know, because you're copy and pasting the exact same response over and over and over and over again. It should not be a surprise Pikachu face moment where you're like, I wonder why people think that our responses are automated. Oh, I don't know, because you're copy and pasting the exact same response over and over and over again. Obviously, people are going to think you guys are bots if you do that. I'm sure it face moment where you're like, I wonder why people think that our responses are automated. Oh, I don't know, because you're copy and pasting the exact response over and over and over again. Obviously, people are going to think you guys are bots if you do that. I'm sure it's no secret to you that the biggest gripe with Team YouTube at the moment, and YouTube in general, is that there seems to be no soul on the other side of the screen. Because of the automated copy / paste responses, we're in a constant dilemma of whether or not we are speaking to a real person. I also hear your point on the message not landing well. The community just feels betrayed at the moment because it feels like years of requests falling on deaf ears. If you want to know what the YouTube community really thinks about YouTube, go on their official channel and go read the comments of any post they make. For example, this one talking about AI ID age verification. I just realized this person just copy and pasted my description on one of my videos and posted it here. But regardless, everybody is just talking about the fact that AI moderation is messed up. ID. Verification. I just realized this person just copy and pasted my description on one of my videos and posted it here. But regardless, everybody is just talking about the fact that AI moderation is messed up, age verification. And like I said, to go on any post on YouTube's official channel and you will just...
All right, I tried, guys. I tried. I mean, we'll do it again another time. I would love everyone to join for a trivia night or a trivia day or whatever you want to call it. It'd be really cool to get the community together to participate. I do want to do membership streams. Salmon, what's up, bro? What's going on? I'll stay in if you're here. If you're talking, I'll stay here. But if you go quiet, I'm gonna end the channel, or not end the channel, end the stream. But if you're here, bro, I'm here for you. What's going on? What's going on, bro? You like my bot?
People talking about the problems with the website. And so that's what I'm talking about when it seems like there's just been years and years of them not actually listening to anything we say. So anytime they're going to make any type of statement right now, there's still a lot of vitriol towards YouTube. So of course it's not going to be received well, regardless of whatever YouTube says. And so I wrote a follow-up message and I said, the way you're speaking to me right now, I promise you, if you guys issued your statements in this vernacular, it would be received infinitely more positively. I also appreciate that you guys were considering running your statement by me. I think the YouTube community would appreciate if you guys could do some sort of interview with a creator like myself, where I can ask you questions like this so we can have a more direct line of communication. If the way that they type this message right over here, if they made their statements like this, I promise you it would be received better because it sounds like an actual human being that's talking. Like I said, multiple times throughout this video, it could still be a bot, it could still be AI and all that. You know, we don't know for sure, right? But I'm just saying that at least there seem to be putting more effort into this type of response instead of just saying, oh, you should have received an email outlining the results. Oh, we hear you, we understand what you're feeling, but so and so. And this is another response that they made to me, which seems extremely human-like, you know? So they basically said, I know, this gripe makes me so sad as someone who has worked here for years. We can directly apologize for this piece, at least with our own X handle and account. So this sounds like a real person talking to me, a YouTube employee that's actually passionate and has been working there for years. Obviously, it could still be a bot, but, you know, I'm trying to be optimistic here, glass half full. I assume this is a real person.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Hold on. Let me catch up to your messages. Hold on. Sorry, I got sidetracked. 5 minutes. All right. Well, then we'll end in 5 minutes, I guess. Yeah. So I mean, I've been like kind of like in the live for a bit. Please remove these. The bot. I can stop the bot. The reason why the bot. You got to understand the reason why the bot is there is because people wanted trivia. And I couldn't find a good source of trivia. And I was sick and tired of looking for that. But let me hit stop. Maybe I can hit stop or something. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can do that. I don't know how to stop the bot, but honestly, bro, just ignore it. Just talk. I can still see your comments. Just ignore it. You have to also understand that it is a blessing in disguise that, maybe it won't. It's a blessing in disguise that if these bots are going, yeah, so you have to understand the reason behind it, right? Like, the reason behind it. Why the bot is doing the question thing. Because it keeps the chat engaged, and it might keep the algorithm alive. But it is what it is. Darn it, where is... Darn, I don't know what happened to it. Yeah, I have no idea what happened to it. Let's see here. Oh man. I don't know what happened, but I was watching something. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Darn it. Where is it? Oh yeah. Let's see here. Let's see here. Um. Oh, okay.
The feedback. We send like 10,000 plus responses every week,
Uh.
and we aim to do that pretty fast and as consistently as
Oh,
possible.
okay.
Obviously, we
It's
have
fine.
markets
Don't
and
try to
gaps
stop. I
that they can
understand.
pull from.
Yeah.
We tell
But I
everyone
know how it
that
can be a little bit annoying. I think it's
also
better if it was like
people
more
send me
people
different
engaged
things.
answering the
Everyone has
questions.
different writing
That'd be
styles.
ideal. Like you should be answering it. Like
How much volume we deal
at
with, we're
least
only
guess
to
the
it until
answer.
someone will look into it or your channel is staying terminated, etc. I don't know if that makes sense. Not an excuse. We want our support to be better. We want people to feel like they're getting genuine help, not talking to a robot or AI. So we clearly have work to do here. But that's just a little context for someone working on the team and handling a crazy high amount of social media volume. So like I said, it seems like a very human-like response, and they did make some good points there. But as we already discussed earlier, you can't copy and paste the exact same response to people and expect them to think that you're a real person. But I understand where they're coming from, and this is the part that really got me excited here. I do love the idea of an interview or something more real with the creator, so may take you up on that. Also, I'm personally closing my laptop for the night for your information, but thank you for this conversation and all the feedback. You can DM me anytime if you think of more. And so, I would love to do that interview. I just want to warn YouTube beforehand. You guys know me, and whether you guys have been watching me for, let's say today or years now, you guys know I'm not going to be pulling any punches.
You
If
have
they
to
are going to agree
leave
to do an interview with
right
me,
now.
we're
Okay,
going to talk
that's
about some
okay.
pretty heavy topics.
Yeah,
Cheating,
yeah. I'm gonna
verification,
probably end
product
it as
bots,
well.
false scams,
I'll be ending.
AI stuff.
I'll be ending it as well. Hope you have a good day, Salman. And unless someone else chimes in, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream right now, and I'll catch you guys later.